Black men to the front of the room. Black men to the front of the room. If you want me, come get me.
Huh?
If you want me, come get me and treat me right. If not, in about 6 months, I'm about to go to the white side of the room.
I beg your pardon?
Yeah. Never been with a white man in my life. But all my life, I had to fight. All my life, I had to fight, and I want to be babied and loved and taken care of. And y'all just not doing that. Y'all just not doing that. And don't tell me it's the ones that I pick. I pick the nice ones. I pick the nice ones. But they're nice and soft, and they're not available for shit. They're complacent. So, where are the good black men?
Insane. Absolutely insane. I don't know if this is going to go according to plan here. Okay, you think that majority of black men are gonna put on their cape and swing into action to save you? Who knows? Who knows? Okay, maybe that's what she's hoping, wishing, and praying for. The ultimatums, yeah, I don't do too kindly to ultimatums, right? Because she's basically saying, hey, take me for who I am or else, okay? Or else I'm going to find a white man. I mean, hey, we know what it is when it comes to these modern women, to these black women. More often than not, they like black men, okay? They tend to date black men despite them trying to shame and bash black men, okay? Maybe not her specifically, but just generally speaking. So yeah, why not get curious in regards to what a black man would want, right? What would a black man want from me? And be that very thing. It's very simple, okay? You can't go wrong with being fit, feminine, and friendly. I just find it fascinating. They try to make it more complicated than what it really is.
Jamar, can you sign one, please?
Oh! Somebody!
Got him!
Yo, this is what Travis Hunter should have did from the very beginning.
The other day they were talking about the falling birth rate again in the news. This is always in the news, and it annoys me every time it comes up because they always put it down to an economic issue, right? They're always like, people aren't having kids because kids are expensive to raise, which is true, but it's not the driving force behind the declining birth rate. The reason why people aren't having kids is because people are not forming couples. Like globally, irrespective of whether women are highly educated or not highly educated, or the cost of living is low or high, people are not having kids because universally, people are not forming couples anymore. There aren't any couples, so people aren't having kids. And it's so jarring when people put it down to a money issue, which, don't get me wrong, I'm sure, yes, this is a huge factor, but the more poignant issue is that people are not coupling up. Namely, women are struggling to get into relationships with men that they want to have kids with in the first place. So it's even in countries where they've got really great policies around like women and maternity and like motherhood and child tax credits and whatnot, people are still not having kids because you're throwing money at an issue that isn't a money problem. It's a social problem. But that's a harder conversation to have, right? Because it means that people have to look at themselves. It means that we have to make changes that are not as easy as being like, we're going to give you X amount and this is going to make you have a kid. That's not going to cut it anymore. So stop, like, don't get me wrong, I would love some money. I would love some money. But if you give me £2 million now, I'm not having a kid. Do you know what I mean? So we got to think bigger.
I think it's all of the above here. All of the above. It's not just the money component, because there are couples out here that have been together for some time and maybe they just don't want to have kids. That's not on the vision board when it comes to their life and moving forward. There are some people that do want to have kids and financially it doesn't make sense, and they're making an executive decision not to have kids. Now, of course, you have the gender wars when it comes to men and women. Okay, women saying that they don't need a man, they're good on their own. You got them choosing the bear over a man, the 4B movement, so on and so forth. And as a result, men are grabbing their passport, checking out when it comes to dating, protecting their peace, and moving forward with their purpose. Okay, they're choosing peace over everything else. So yeah, of course you got that going on. Plus you have cultural factors as well that come into the equation. But regardless, yeah, I don't think it's just the finance component, but more so all of the above.
Graduated nursing school 3 weeks ago. Passed the NCLEX about a week ago. This is my last time ever having to worry about an eviction notice. I've been in survival mode my whole life, baby. Like, this is my last time ever having to worry about that. So I'm in the process of an eviction notice now. They gave me 10 days to pay my rent. Like 7 days ago. We're about to pay the remaining balance in full. It's $22.83, baby. We ain't gonna never be in this situation again, baby. We ain't gonna never be in this predicament again. Cause I put that work in. I put that work in, man. Like, bro, you don't know how I feel, but I always had to worry about eviction. I don't have the money for this. Cause like, bro, I had to study for the NCLEX, so I couldn't work full-time hours. Boy, I did it. I was banking. Everything that I was banking on was passing the NCLEX. If I didn't pass the NCLEX, I would be fucked. I'd have been in a fucked up situation right now. But this is the last time that Jeffrey's ever going to be in survival mode. Like, bro, hey, keep going, nursing students. Keep going. This is the last time that I'm going to be in survival mode. We about to pay that rent. Hold on. I'm ready to make that payment. Make that payment with me. Hold on. Hold on. About to make it. Let me hit it. You can't touch me. Dun, dun, dun. Damn, why that been taking forever? Why did it be paid? They been paid. Bro, we ain't never going back in survival mode, boy. Boy, look. Look, I want to say this is a blessing, man. This is the last time I'm ever going to have to worry about an eviction notice or me not being able to pay my rent, man. Hey, thanks be to God, man. That's all I can say, boy. But nursing students, keep going. I'm just trying to show y'all, give y'all motivation. If you're out there struggling, keep going. Keep fighting, man. It's so worth it, man.
You love to see it. You love to see it. A young black man doing something productive, graduating, and getting into his career, right? He talks about money issues, his eviction, so on and so forth. Yeah, it seems like he has better days ahead.
I need a man. I'll say it all day. I need a man. I need that masculine energy. I need it. Yes, women can survive without men. They sure can. They can get jobs. They can fill their lives with friendships and they can get the emotional connection that they need from other people. That's absolutely true. I need a man because that is what I can't even like describe it. I can't describe it. I don't know what it is. It's probably the curse of Eve, okay? When God said you will always crave a man, you will always crave his domination, you will always crave it. I'm just woman enough to admit it. I'm not trying to say these women are not woman enough to admit, but I can admit it. That I would feel more complete if I had a male partner. Just would. I don't feel like that takes away from who I am. I'm still Amber without a man. I'm just still her. I can still do the same things. I can have a full life without a man. I can't. I'm always going to feel like there's something missing. I'm always going to feel like I need that male partner, right? So I don't like being grouped in when y'all say modern women. And this is really no hate to women. Some women are completely content with not having a man. They don't need what I need. Women are not a monolith, okay? Some women are completely okay with not having that masculine energy around them. I'm just not one of them. I want a man. I need a man. It's not a want. I need one. I do need one.
Let me know what you guys think about that. Are you guys buying what she's saying here? You know, hey, she could very well be genuine here. I don't know. But do you want a man because you genuinely want a man? Or do you want a man because maybe you've hit the wall or you're approaching the wall or you're seeing family and friends getting married, your best friend, co-workers, what have you. And now you feel left out. Let me know what you guys think, right? Are we genuinely taking what she's saying for what it is, or is she just simply hit the wall and now she's come to the realization that she needs a man? We don't know.
always rushing to blame the man in a woman's life whenever her life takes a downturn is one of the major ways I know you do not take personal responsibility in your own life. For example, whenever a celebrity woman gets pregnant at the height of her career, you guys will say that the man got her pregnant to sabotage her. Do these women not know that they are at the height of their career when they get pregnant? They are the ones ultimately doing the things in their career. So they should be the ones who look at the trajectory of their career, of their life, and make the decisions accordingly. These women are the ones who are supposed to be in charge of their careers. There should be no man who should come in and in a span of a year, their career, the trajectory of their life, and everything just takes a complete 360. Or is it 180? Personal responsibility. Why should somebody just be able to come in and bulldoze your whole life plan? Do y'all even have life plans? Do they have life plans and career plans before these men came in? Naomi Osaka and Hailey Bailey are the two major examples. Naomi Osaka is a tennis player. And I know you guys feel bad for her and you're saying, oh my God, Cordeaux came in, he sabotaged her at the height of her career. But here's the thing. She is a tennis player. Why did you let a rapper talk? He should have no say in what goes on with your career path and what goes on with your life. He is a rapper. You are the tennis player. You are doing all the things a tennis player should do. You are the one who is in charge of your career.
Okay, so she's coming from the angle of her career. Well, she was at the peak of her career. Why would she have a child? And my thing is this. I mean, she had a child, should have gotten married first. Okay, to my knowledge, she never got married. Ultimately, she had a child out of wedlock. She tried something. It didn't work.
I know personal responsibility can sometimes sound harsh, but it's freeing because it puts you in control. You have control over your life. You are the one who's in the driver's seat of your life. The way you guys frame it, the men put babies in you, you guys make it seem like it's men who determine the trajectory of your career to a certain extent, not men patriarchy. The men in your personal lives are the one who have control over your career, and that should not be the case. A rapper should have not had the control over a tennis player's life. Even with Halle and DDG, you guys are saying he put a baby in her to sabotage her career. When you look at the text messages, she was okay with terminating the pregnancy when she thought it would manipulate him into being in a relationship. But she was not okay with terminating to further her career. Having the child in order to keep a relationship with DDG at the time was more important to her than terminating, maybe to keep her career and to keep the trajectory of certain things. And she made that choice. If you can look at those two women and it's strictly you're just honing in on the men, no, y'all need to start looking at the women. Once you start looking at the women, you will start looking at yourself, because then you can see the kind of decision making that you're making that will wind you up in similar positions, or even worse, because at least they got money. You're gonna be in similar positions with no money.
So she's trying to make the argument, well, if she's going to terminate the child, at least do it for the career. Do it for your career. Do it for the bag, because you're in the prime of your life, versus keeping the child and possibly having a family with a man. Okay, because according to some of these modern women, don't do that. Don't do that. If it's going to mess up the bag and you and your career, so on and so forth, yeah, you don't want to do that. So, hey, if the woman in the video had a different position when it came to how the family came about, okay, if she said, hey, get married first, then have kids, or get married first, make sure you have a year or two of marriage, possibly have children then, or, whatever the equation is there. Yeah, do that first. If she had a different spin or a different take on that, I would probably agree with her, right? But she's making this whole video about her bag, right? About her career and getting to the bag. So, hey, it is what it is. But let me know what you guys think about this one. Give me some feedback, and until next time.